So today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about football cards that are absolutely crashing right now. Now, before we get into that, I did want to say this week's giveaway, as you guys know, is a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Prism Silver and a PSA 9, around a $100 card. If you would like to enter into the giveaway to win a free $100 card, all you have to do is subscribe, like this video, follow me on Instagram at itskunalahuja, and then comment the word done down below. Once you follow those 3 steps, you will be automatically entered into win, and the winner will be announced on Instagram at itskunalahuja. So definitely go ahead and follow that account to go ahead and get entered. So without further ado, we are going to hop right into the video. So as you guys can see, a lot of the football market has been going down. There are, of course, a handful of players that have had, I wouldn't say breakout seasons, but have had consistent great performances and caused their prices to go up. For example, Brock Purdy has started out 4-0 as I'm recording this video. We don't know if he's going to beat the Cowboys tonight, but his cards are up a whopping 53% in the last 30 days. The Dolphins are looking really scary this year. Tua's cards are up 23%. Of course, Tyreek Hill, along with Tua, and the Dolphins' success is seeing an almost 18% increase. Christian McCaffrey has been having an incredible season, so you guys get the point there. A lot of players who are playing really good and seeing good increases. Now, on the other hand, because expectations were so high on so many young quarterbacks, and their prices started out incredibly hot, we are starting to see a lot of quarterbacks who haven't quite held up to what they were expected to really go down in price. The 3 that come to mind, and of course you see on alt right here, are Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder, and Justin Fields. These 3 quarterbacks have not had good years. They were really hyped. All 3 of these quarterbacks were really hyped going into the season. Of course, Justin Fields had some very big National Treasure sales. I believe his PSA 10, was over 40 grand. There's just a lot of expectations that were coming into the season for Justin Fields, and he has not lived up to them. They've barely been winning, and of course, he had a great week last week, but overall, he has been underperforming, and we're really starting to see that impact his prices. Of course, for Desmond Ridder, I feel like he was way overhyped leading into the season. I think there was, I would say, a false amount of expectation around him. I think overall his card prices are going to continue to really see a decline, because there's honestly a chance that in the future, if he's not the answer for the Falcons quarterback question, then you could see, if he ends up being a second string, in the next 2 years, you're going to really start to see his prices go down a lot. And one guy we could see become a second string and his prices drop so much was, of course, Trey Lance, and his cards are down close to 25% in the last 30 days, and that's not even the worst drop he had, because his prices were down a lot before that. His National Treasures, I believe in a BGS 8.5, did a little over $1,500. Now that card was, much higher before. Even a couple months ago, it was around a $5,000 card. Last year, it was a $16,000 card, and now we're seeing, a 90% drop in Trey Lance's market, because he was the hyped 3rd overall pick for the 49ers, who had an incredible offense, and all of a sudden, he ends up being a backup just a year later, and you can see a 90% decrease. So that is what I'm personally really scared about for guys like Ridder and Pickett. It's like, if they are not the answer for their teams, and they end up finding themselves being a backup, maybe they get injured, if they find themselves being a backup in the next year or 2, you could see a big 90% drop like you saw for Trey Lance's market. One player on this list that I think could actually be a decent buy is going to be Deshaun Watson. His card prices are incredibly low, and he hasn't particularly had a bad year. He was 2-1 when he was playing. Of course, he sat out week 4 and they lost, and now we're in a bye week for them. But I do believe that Deshaun Watson's card market could bounce back up if he has a good couple games. I think his card market has overreacted quite a bit. I still think there's a good amount of upside in Deshaun Watson's market. So that is kind of the one one guy on the list that I'm like, you know, it could actually be a good time to buy the dip. But for most of these quarterbacks, like Daniel Jones, if he ends up being a backup next year, we could see his prices absolutely drop. Mac Jones is likely going to get replaced pretty soon. He's having an awful season. You know, they just lost 34-0 to the New Orleans Saints. So I do think overall there's a lot more upside in certain players that could see a drop for injury reasons. You know, for example, if it's already proven quarterback, maybe sat out a week like Deshaun Watson and his prices dropped, you see opportunities. But for the majority of players on this list, I would say that I personally believe they're going to continue to, you know, follow that downward trend. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Once again, if you would like to enter into the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe, like this video, follow me on Instagram, and comment the word done. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm out. Peace.